What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, it is time to get rid of the heavy duty springs on my Legend suspension. Now, I'm not getting rid of the actual Legend suspension themselves. I'm just having them swapped out to standard rate springs. And I'm going to give you guys the reason I'm doing so. Let's start here. Well, if you see, there is not much more adjustment I can do on this shock. So I can't really fine tune that shock. Yes, I know I should have gone with a standard rate spring to start with. Oh well, I didn't. But let me tell you why I thought the heavy duty spring would be the best choice. At the time, I planned on the wife riding a lot more, maybe packing the bike down. So I decided to go with a heavy duty spring rate. Well, I started riding a lot more last year. This year I plan on doing a lot of miles on the bike, and I just want to get it fine-tuned. Well, with riding a lot last year, it made it hard to send them off to have them swapped. And that's another thing I like about Legend suspension, because I don't have to buy a whole nother shock from somebody. That gets expensive. I mean, $900 and up dollars, because I don't run the base shocks. And from Legends, I run the Revo A's on the back. And they ain't cheap. Now, they ain't the Revo Arts, but I don't know many other companies to where you can send the shocks in, have the spring rate changed, or the height changed. They will rebuild your shocks for you, because that's how great of a company they are. Now, yes, you still have to pay to have it done, but it's nowhere near the price of buying a whole new shock. I got one off. All I gotta do is get the other side off and go ship them out. So if you're ever considering the heavy duty spring, ask yourself a few simple questions. Do you ride 2-up? If so, how much? And what is the weight? And then, are you adding luggage? If you're basically at that weight limit of where you might be considering the heavy duty spring, you definitely need to ask yourself, how much of that 2-up, or what percent actually, are you riding that 2-up or near that weight? And if it's not really over 50%, maybe 35, lowest 35%, I really would not go with a heavy duty spring. I really wouldn't even go down 35. I'd keep it up 50 and up above, because that's a lot of reason why I'm changing them out, so I can fine tune them a whole lot easier. Because I could tell a huge difference if I tweaked one thing. If I changed that rebound down to 2 for adding a little bit of weight, and I left it at 2, it was way too stiff. So going around turns, it felt like I was riding on top of that tire. And having your suspension set is a crucial thing, because if it's too soft, you can get high-speed wobble. You can be going down at high speeds, do this, go and slide down the interstate. Don't want that. And too stiff, you go around turns, you're riding on top of that tire. You're not it's not absorbent. So I could not really fine tune. Now, I'm not saying nothing bad about Legend. I'm not even saying nothing bad about the heavy duty, because when the wife rode with me, they did their job. They were right where they needed to be, and I rode with the heavy duty springs, even by myself, for at least a whole year, and putting some miles on them. But for this year, to give me that more fine-tune, a little bit more comfort, I want the standard rate spring. So, I think that's enough being said. Time to take the other shock off and get them shipped out. Well, guys, if you're still with me, consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, notification bell. Well, the shocks are back in, and I'm excited about getting them back on the bike and feeling the difference between the heavy duty spring and the standard rate spring. So let's get this box opened and get them on the bike. Well, that was pretty straightforward. I didn't think I needed to explain how to put the shocks on, but I'm happy they're back because she has been looking naked. I couldn't go ride her, but it needed to be done. Now it's time to get the sag set right, and with a 12-inch, I need 1/2 inch. With the 13s, you would need 1 inch of sag.
What did you do? Any of the paint?
Yeah. I did all the paint, powder coat.
Nice.
Yeah, because I had adjusted the Now you guys didn't see much of actually adjusting the shocks because they were dead on to the sag they needed to be, 1/2 inch. With the 12-inch, I definitely need that 1/2 inch. I don't need it stiffer because it is just gonna jar me a whole lot more. And that's kind of where I was getting with the heavy duty springs. I couldn't get that exact sag. But with the standard rate, I was able to. They were dead on. But it's a real simple process. All you have to do is just take a tape measure and measure when the bike is standing straight up on its way and then when you sit on it. So that's where it's a little bit easier to do with somebody else, but they were dead on. But I hope this helps you out if you're deciding between heavy duty and standard rate springs. I did not need the heavy duty springs like I thought I did. Definitely with riding more this year by myself. So I needed to swap them out. But I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.